All right, we're live. So I should be live on YouTube. I don't know. I'll find out in a minute. Hey guys, good morning. I just wanted to go live here. I don't know if anybody's going to come in or not. So we'll see. I'll give it few seconds. All right. I'm on StreamYard if anybody wants to know. And I hope the video doesn't lag. It looks like it might. Trying to use different browsers, but nothing works. So we'll find out in a minute. Give it a few seconds, see if anyone wants to come in. Ugh. Yep, I'm wearing my Patriot shirt. It's lagging, I can tell. I'm watching it on YouTube over here on my phone. So I'm wondering if I should just go live from YouTube itself instead of StreamYard because it lags so much. And sorry if I talk funny. I've been sick for about 13 days now, and today finally got up and said I'm gonna go live and do a hangout vid with everybody. So I just wanted to say hi, and if anybody wants to talk about anything, let me know. I'm okay, Red. I'm just kind of dragging. I've been sick for like 13 days. I don't know what I have, but Mark got sick about 4 days ago. He was off from work yesterday, all weekend actually, and he actually went to work today. He's dragging too, so I don't know what it is, but whatever it is, it's kicking my ass. So I tried to get up, put makeup on, and fix my hair, and trying to be okay. And I wanted to go live just to say hi to everybody and just hang out, do something positive, maybe discuss my religion. I don't know if anybody's interested in that or not. It looks like my video's lagging again. I'm on StreamYard. I don't know if you probably can't see it, but we'll see if I can turn this around. No, I won't be able to. But anyway, so I want to get started on my religion. Anyway, so people are asking me about Wicca and what Wicca is, and I promised Lori's mom, Pat, that I would do a video on it, so I'm going to do the best I can, okay? Hey, Lori. Nice to see you, sis. I know you're at work. So I wanted to give you a basic history of Wicca first. Wicca has been around for, I don't know, 100 years, 1,000 years, thousands of years. Nobody knows. All I know it's in the Bible. Witchcraft is in the Bible for thousands of years. So, they do spells and casting and incense and all that crap and dancing around fires and shit. But anyway, Wicca itself is, I have a thing up here on my other computer that I can read to you. The history of Wicca, the documents rise from a neo-pagan religion of Wiccan and related to witchcraft-based neo-pagan religions. First of all, I want to make it very clear, I am not a pagan, okay? They are two different entities, okay? They associate Wicca with that, but I am not a pagan. And I think, don't quote me, the difference between pagan and Wiccan is they both like have sacrifices and things like that, but for me, as a solitary witch, I do not sacrifice shit. So anyway, I'll make that clear. So Wicca originated in the early 20th century when it developed amongst sensitive covens in England who were basing their religion beliefs on practices upon what they read of the historical Wicca cult in the works of such writers as Margaret Murray. It was subsequently popularized in the 1950s by a number of figures, in particular Gerald Gardner. Gerald Gardner is actually the father of Wicca. He's the one that created it. So if you look up Gerald Gardner, that's Gerald Gardner, Gardner, you can read about him and how he created the Wiccan religion, okay? Who claimed to have been initiated into the craft. As Wicca is often known by the New Forest Coven in 1939, Gardner's form of Wicca, the Gardnerian tradition, was spread by both him and his followers, like the High Priestess Doreen Valentine, some names I can't pronounce, Patricia Cawthor, and Eleanor Bone, into other parts of the British Isles, and also into other predominantly English-speaking countries across the world. In the 1960s, new figures across in Britain who popularized their own forms of the religion, including Robert Cochrane, Sybil Leek, and Alex Sanders. An organization began to be formed to propagate it, such as the Wiccan Research Association, which was during this decade that the faith was transported to the United States, where it was further adapted into new traditions such as Fury 1734 and Dianic Wicca in the ensuing decades, and where organizations such as the Covenant of the Goddess were formed. From the 1970s onward, books began to be published, such as Paul Hudson, Scott Cunningham, and Stuart and Janet Farrer, which encouraged self-initiation to the craft, leading to a boost in the number of adherents and the development of tradition. With the rising popularity of Wicca, it was used as a practice base for witchcraft-based American films and television shows, further increasing its profile, particularly amongst younger people in the 1990s. Since the early 1990s, historians have published studies and research into the history of Wicca, including the American Aidan Kelly and the Britons Ronald Hutton and Philip Heselton. I can't even read it. But anyway, that's just a brief history on Wicca. So if you look it up on Wikipedia, you can read about it on here. For me, I have books on Wicca and stuff, and Raymond Buckland, if you're going to follow Wicca, I would suggest getting this book right here. It's a Buckland book by Raymond Buckland. As you can see, it's really old. And it's the complete book of witchcraft, and it tells, how to practice it, be good, do good spells and things like that. But it just basically teaches you about Wicca, what it's about, see, there's so many things in here that I could show you guys or teach you guys, but I want you to learn on your own. So do the research yourself. Okay. I practice Wicca because it brings peace to my life and it makes me feel calm and enlightened. I mean, being Wiccan, I have this like peace about my body and calmness inside me. Sometimes you've seen me get angry before, but I'd rather not be like that. But just practicing this and doing what I do, I use it to help people. So I do nothing bad with it. I mean, I can, but I choose not to. There's good and bad in every religion you have, whether it be Christianity, Wicca, Buddhism, fucking the Quran, whatever. There's always good and bad. And I'll get you guys' comments in a minute, okay, because I just want to get this out. But there's all kinds of books. Like I said, you can get this one. It's The Complete Book of Witchcraft by Raymond Buckland. That's his name right there. Can't really see it because it's all torn. And I have a few other books here. Like I'm going to bring them up one by one because I wanted to show you. This is the Witch's Bible. Yes, we do have a Bible. I do not live by this Bible, okay, because like the regular Bible, the King James Bible, I think some of it's bullshit in here. You just have to have common sense and what's right and wrong to you, okay? You don't literally have to follow this word by word, okay? This is by Janet and Stuart Farrer, the one I just read to you about off Wikipedia, and it's called The Witch's Bible, The Complete Witch's Handbook. That's what it looks like if you guys want to, look up that. And then I'm going to be showing you this stuff here. And this is Cunningham's Encyclopedia of Magical Herbs. I do a lot of herbs and a lot of home remedies and things like that. And like instead of taking like medication and stuff, I use natural herbs for my illnesses and stuff. But this is another book that you can get, and it is by Scott Cunningham right there. So I will label all these books in the description when the video is over. But it just tells about how to use herbs and how to make medicines and teas and things like that, natural stuff. And like for sores, to put herbs on them to heal them and things like that. Just basic stuff. And then we have Wicca book here for a guide for the solitary practitioner. Solitary means a single witch. Then there's a coven. A coven means multiple, more than one. Solitary is one. So I am a solitary witch. I am not part of a coven, okay? So this is for the solitary witch that want to practice by the same person, Scott Cunningham. All right, and it's just a Wiccan book you can read and, get some answers from. And then we got the witch book, the Encyclopedia of Witchcraft and Neo-Paganism. So I don't practice neo-paganism, okay? I'm strictly just Wiccan, a white witch. So this is another book here, and this is by Raymond Buckland, the first guy that I showed you, this blue book right here. This book is by this author right here, Raymond Buckland. So, and I got a couple more books I'll show you, and then we'll go on with what I'm going to talk to you about. So, hang on, let me get this stuff out here real quick here, so I can show you. Sorry, guys, my videos are already screwed up. Okay. They're heavy too, and I can't hardly lift anything because I have no strength. Anyway, this is the Element Encyclopedia of Witchcraft, and this is by Judith Illes, Illes, and that's what this is, okay? And that's the author right there, if you can read that. I can't read it. Anyway, it's the Element Encyclopedia of Witchcraft, okay? And it's just basically has like spells and things like that. It tells you about witchcraft, what to do, what not to do, what to practice, what not to practice, you know, things like that. Then we got by the guy Cunningham, Scott Cunningham, another one is called Crystals and Gem and Metal Magic. This is about gems and crystals and things right here. So that's what the book looks like. Like I said, I'll put it all up here. And there's pictures in here on gems and what their meanings are, what they're used for, their basic properties, how they heal, how they intertwine with other crystals. Like if you put certain crystals together, they have like an electrical power that generates off each other. So it tells stuff like that. So there's that. And then there's spells and ceremonies and magic. This is by Midgen Gonzalez Whipper. I can't even say their name. This book right here. And just ignore that. I don't pay attention to that. And anyway, that's another book. That's a complete book of spells. So those are just the basic books. If you guys want to learn about Wicca, you know, you can get, like, if you type in free PDFs and you type in those names, you can get PDF files online and you could download them and read them. So, and then we have what we call the Book of Shadows. Okay. And this is a pentagram, which is a protection symbol, which is basically like a cross in Christianity. And matter of fact, Christianity stole the meaning of this for their religion. So that's another story. You can research that too. But this is the book of Shadows. And here is my actual Book of Shadows right here. And this is from years and years of studying witchcraft and things. I've made my own Book of Shadows and what I follow and stuff. But most witches have one of these, and they're personal books. It's like kind of like your personal Bible that you make, and you live by it and you follow it, and you put it's kind of like a diary. You write things in it, your spells, things like that, your daily achievements, things that you want to do. You just write everything in here, and hopefully it's a good Book of Shadows, not a bad one. Mine's a good one. So I just wanted to put that out there. Okay. So now that I got that out of the way, since that's been boring, sorry guys. Let me read this chat real quick. White magic was practiced throughout healing, blessing, charities, incarnations, prayers, and songs. Wow, magic is the benevolent counterpart of malicious black magic. You're exactly right, Reg. You hit it on the nail. So what I do as being a Wiccan is I'm not always good. You know, I'm not perfect. Like I told people before, I have my moments where I get angry. And as you can see that in my past videos, moving forward, Wicca for me is about the stars, the moon, the trees, the grass, the bugs, the insects, the animals, us human beings, everything that we see and we smell on this earth. Because if you, I don't know how to explain it. If you take from the earth, you need to give back to the earth. Like, for example, I said in my other video, like if you're eating plants or meat or something, go adopt an animal, take care of it. You're giving back for eating that animal, like a cow or something, beef. Or if you eat vegetables, plant a tree, plant a flower. It's about giving back to Mother Nature, to the earth. You're not worshiping anything, you're just giving back from what you take. And that to me is a rule of law, because if you take something you need to give back, there's always a up, a down, a beginning and an end, right? So Wicca is just basic. It is what you make it is. It can be evil. There are evil witches out there. There are movies that they've portrayed Wicca as being evil and witchcraft. A lot of people think it's evil because of these movies and these stupid books they write, and all these documentaries they make, and they do that to embellish things so that they can make money off it. That's all it is about making money. If you really, really, truly knew about Wicca, you would find it a very peaceful thing. And it's they call it a religion. I don't like calling it a religion because it's not really a religion. It's about peace inside you and who you are and what you do for humanity and animals and things around you, you know? Exactly right. It's about harmony. Um, I like being Wiccan. I get put down a lot for being Wiccan, a witch. Like I said, I was basically born into it. I did my DNA test and got a huge long line of family tree, and I found several witches in my family tree on my dad's side. I can never figure out where it came from or why I was so drawn to it when I was a child. My first experience of it was when I was 9 years old, and I've been following it basically ever since I was 9. And I'm glad that I did because I don't know how to explain. I keep going on and on, but it's just so peaceful for me to be Wiccan and what I believe in. I believe in helping people. I believe in putting positive energy out there to people. If someone needs to talk, I listen. If someone needs me to do something good for them, I'll try to do it. Um, like Red said, it's about balancing things out in nature. Because if you balance things out, the universe around you is, I don't know, it's infinity. It knows, it hears everything you do and sees everything that you do. It knows everything. And that's another subject I want to hit on is power of the spoken word and power of the written word. And what mean by that is like we have the universe, right? This is part of Wicca. We believe that if you're going to put a spell out there, people call them spells. I call them prayers. It's just a prayer, like a Christian prays. I pray, you know. It's just in a different. It's in the same context, just a different form. I might say, higher power, can you grant me the strength to be able to do this? And never ever ask God or the higher power to give me what I need. I ask Him to lead me and show me the way to do it myself. Never ask the higher power to give you something because that's selfish. That's very selfish. You always ask in a way to where he can guide you or lead you to find the means of doing it yourself. That's how you pray with that. Okay? Because if you ask him just to give it to you, then you're being selfish and you're just asking him to throw it to you on a silver platter, everything. No, it doesn't work like that. And you have to really believe and mean what you say and what you're asking for in order for it to happen and to work. And on that short note, the power of the spoken word is if you, like I'm talking to you guys right now, the universe, everything's listening to me speak about what I'm speaking about. That, and I'm putting it out, like setting it in stone. Once you say it, it's permanent. You can't take it back. Okay. So always be careful what you say. Um, that's power of the spoken word. Now, power of the written word is what you write on paper, okay, or if you type on a keyboard. Power of the written word is like you're writing something down, and your power from your body, from the universe, is going through this pen into this ink. It's putting it on this paper, so therefore it's making it permanent. That ink is permanent. You might be able to tear it up and throw it away, but you've already set it in stone to be permanent on this paper. That's power of the written word. So be careful what you write or what you say about people or what you do or what you sign, because that cannot be undone from the universe. Power of the written word, power of the spoken word. I wanted to make those very clear in what they meant, okay? And words and written words can be very powerful. They can actually kill, okay? Because you see, like bullies, I'm going to put this out there, talk crap to other people and stuff. It actually could cause a person to commit suicide. That's power of the spoken word, okay? So be careful what you do to people. Rethink your words, what you say. Try to be kind, okay? So I don't know how much more I can go with this. That's basically it. And just like when I light incense, it's like giving back to the higher power. it's given an offering. Lighting incense and candles for me is an offering. Like when people die, they put offerings at their funeral, like candles and incense and gifts and things. Well, when you light a candle and an incense, like I do it on my porch every day, I'm giving an offering to the higher power, which is Jesus, God, whoever it is. I don't know. Nobody really knows. It's just an offering. It's not a spell. It's not some kind of evil trick to put on somebody. It's just an offering to them that I'm acknowledging that they're with me all the time. And it's my way of saying thank you. So I light incense every day and candles for that. And it also does cleanse, yes, too. And there's so many things I want to go over about Wicca. It's not just Wicca, witchcraft in general. It's just everybody labels everything, and I don't like being called a witch because it's what I'm labeled as. I don't like being called Wicca because I believe in just peace and serenity and goodness. Why do I have to put a label on what I feel inside me and what I believe? But that's what I'm labeled as. And the reason I'm making this video is because I wanted to put it out there that, you know, I don't even know what I'm trying to say. My thoughts are just like crazy all over. Wicca isn't, a lot of Wiccans study like the horned one and the goddess, which is supposed to represent God and the queen, the crone mother of witchcraft, right? Well, I don't worship the horned one and the goddess. I don't. I don't even have her on my altar. I don't believe in worshiping idols. Like even in the King James Bible, it says, "Do not worship idols," but yet they have idols, crosses, and things like that, right? So I don't worship that. Most witches do. I don't know, they make it their daily ritual to worship these statues. And I'm like, why am I worshiping a statue when I'm supposed to believe in the higher power and the spirit of God? You know, it's kind of confusing and contradicting if you ask me. So, um, yes, Karen, yes, you can burn sage and Palo Santo to sage your house. And how you do that is you get a shell, like an abalone shell, and you get a bundle of sage. You light the sage, you hold the shell underneath the sage, and you go around your house and you cleanse it. And what you do is you can either have somebody hold it for you or you could do it yourself. And you have a feather. A feather is for blowing the ash, the smoke around the house. And you wave it in all four corners of the house or wherever, or around the person. That's called smudging. You're smudging the house, you're cleansing it. And that's good to get negative energy out of your house and to smudge away evil spirits, things like that. And it's also just good for your own peace of mind. You can also smudge yourself too. Um, that's just another way of cleansing everything. So, I'm kind of burnt out here. I don't even know what the hell I'm saying. Thought I was going to be all prepared for this, but I'm not. If anybody has any questions about my religion, about Wicca, or crystals, or spells, or anything like that, just ask me and I'll answer your questions. I'm here to answer your questions. Yes, you do feel the difference. Actually, when you cleanse yourself in your house, a peace comes over you. It's kind of like serenity. It's calmness, like calmness. So I put pentagrams around my house, okay? And for me, a pentagram is a symbol of protection. If you read the history on a pentagram, where it came from, what it was used for, you'll find out that it depicts the cross from Christianity, okay? They actually stole that reason of the pentagram for their religion and made it into a cross. It's all a long story and history on it. So, but it's actually a protection symbol. And what a pentagram represents, hang on, I'm going to go get a pentagram. I'll be right back. Hold that thought, okay? Or actually, here, we'll use this one right here. So, this is a pentagram, okay? So, I want to explain this to everybody, okay? This is a spirit, earth, air, fire, and water. That's what the 5 points represent, okay? So, a circle around it is like a white light. You're encasing yourself in a white light with the spirit, earth, air, fire, and water, okay? So that's protecting that, okay? And then if you look at this pentagram, it represents the body, the human body, which came from God, Jesus Christ, if you believe that Jesus Christ made us. This is the head, these are the two arms, and these are two legs. And I'm going to stand up and show you. So excuse my fat body. I want to make it very clear what this represents. Okay. So I'm going to stand back here and I'm going to do like a pentagram. Okay. So if you put your body out like this and you put your legs like that, the head is up here, the arms are there, and the legs, and you put a circle around our body, that is a pentagram. So, sorry for that, folks. This represents the human body, okay? And it's the circle is the beginning and the end, which protects the human body and the soul of Jesus Christ, okay? A lot of people don't know that. They don't interpret it like that. All they see is this as a satanic symbol, an evil symbol, when it's actually not. But if you turn it upside down, now you have the 2 points right here, which they've turned it to be evil. They just turned it upside down. And now this represents the horns of the devil, when actually it's the feet of the human body just turned upside down. Okay. So this is a satanic symbol according to modern society now, which represents the devil. So if you see anything with points up like that, just turn it around and you have the 1 point right here, which represents the head. Okay. So that's just a simple explanation I can give you of the pentagram and what it represents. So this for me is not an evil symbol. This is my protection symbol. It is a cross. And I have these all over my house, everywhere. And I have them in my car. I write them on paper when I write stuff. It's just my way of having protection. Okay. So that um, basically explains what the pentagram represents. And here's a pentagram right here. This is a pentagram. You see how it has a circle on it? And this is actually a seal thing, what you put in wax, dip it, and you put it on your letters and you seal it. So when I do this, I'm putting a protection symbol on people's letters and cards or whatever I'm writing to them. I'm actually protecting them is what I'm doing. Okay. So there's so many things you can learn about Wicca. Um, like there's the solstice and the summer solstice and the winter solstice and things like that. A lot of it I don't practice because I don't believe in it. Like I said, it's common sense, but I do intertwine some of it. Like I used to celebrate Christmas, but I don't because I found a lot of things out about Christmas in which people are probably going to get mad at me. But if you research the history of Christmas, actually, the devil was born on Christmas, not Jesus Christ. It's the opposite. You turn it around. So I'll let you guys do research on that. Research the history of Christmas, where it truly, truly came from, and you will be appalled by what you find out. It's not good. Okay. So I don't necessarily not celebrate Christmas anymore. I just tend to just kind of stay away from it. I still cook dinner maybe, and that's about it. But I don't give presents and all that stuff because when for me, what I found out about Christmas and Wicca and Christianity and witchcraft, I was giving praise to the devil and giving him gifts, and I didn't like that because I'm not about that. Okay, but that's another video. So you guys do your research on the history of Christmas. Dig deep because it's been covered up, and if I can find it again, I will post it in a link on this video to where you can do the research on it. Okay. And I'm not saying witchcraft is all good because there is bad. So I'm not trying to push my religion or anybody to become Wiccan or anything like that. It's you make your choice. People wanted to know why I was a witch and why I was a Wiccan. So that's why I'm putting this out there. It's the first time I've ever really done this. And I wanted to make it very clear that I'm not a bad person. I'm not an evil person. I do have emotions, human emotions like everybody else. I do get nasty. I can be an asshole. And I do have a potty mouth and I do cuss a lot. And I'm just normal. Like if you want to, what is normal? If you want to consider that normal, then I'm a normal human being. I have my faults like everybody else, whether I be Christian, Wiccan, Buddhist, whatever. You know, um, it is definitely not the birth time of Christ. No, it's not, Red. And a lot of people will, if they realize what Christmas actually represents, I can almost guarantee that they won't even celebrate Christmas anymore or as much. It's like Halloween. I don't really, people think because I'm a witch that I celebrate Halloween. That's not even true at all. I like Halloween, but Halloween is basically a celebration of the dead. It's giving praise to the dead, which is fine. But see, I don't believe in things like that. I'm a different kind of witch. I believe in what I can see, touch, taste, feel, and hear with my own body. Okay, not what but somebody tells me or that they can brainwash me into believing. If I can't see it with my own eyes in front of me, then I'm not gonna believe it. Unless I see it, then I'm like, okay, it's true. Well, maybe it's not, but I will have an open mind to it and research it. What Red? I equate your sternness to being a cop. What's that mean, Red? What's that mean, Red? I'm kind of like dumbfounded right now. You equate my sternness to being a cop. Explain, girlfriend. Because Mara's being kind of dumb right now. Excuse my smoking. No, it's not spirits. It's cigarettes. It's spiritual cigarettes. They help me breathe. Just saying. Anyway, um, God, I don't even know what to say. I don't have anybody, hardly anybody in here watching, which is okay because I knew this was going to be a fucked up stream. But um, is Lori's mom here? Pat, is there any questions you want to ask me, Pat, about my religion or anything you want to know about witchcraft or anything like that? So I'm gonna I'm on my other computer over here and I'm gonna close this out and I'm gonna go to this other one here that I wanted to show you guys. It was where is it? The history of Wicca. Okay. So I thought Wicca was being closer to nature and believing in the power of Mother Earth and the higher power. Actually, sorry, yeah, I'm a cop at heart. Actually, Karen, Wicca is being closer to Mother Nature. It depends on how you practice Wicca. Like I said, there's good and bad in all. Not all Wicca is about Mother Nature. They've made it to be evil and satanic and cults and covens. So you have to do a lot of research on that. Now, if you're like me, I don't practice that stuff. I try to do like good things, natural things, home remedies, herbs and plants and things like that. I'm basically a Mother Earth. I hate using the word worshiper because I don't worship shit, but I guess if I have to label myself, I worship Mother Earth and nature. I worship what the higher power has given us. It's natural. We came from it. And I have to make something clear, and this may sound stupid to you guys. So they always tell us we need to go to church and we need to give thanks to God and to praise the holy power and all that stuff, which is fine. Everybody believes something, right? For me, I used to go to church when I was a kid. I walked away from it because they were trying to brainwash me, and I could see it at 9 years old. That's how smart I was then. My church is in everything I see, okay? In this chair, that wall, this desk, the phone, the computer, me talking to you right now on this video, the software. Everything around you has come from our earth. It is a natural substance from our earth that has been turned into something by man. So if you get what I'm saying, we are in church. Church is around us everywhere. You can see church everywhere. God, if you believe in God or the higher power, whatever you believe in Jesus Christ, his creation is everywhere in the birds, the trees, the sky, the air that you breathe, um, the wood your table's made out of, the metal your chair's sitting on. Everything came from the earth. If you think about it, literally every element of everything that's an aspect in your life has come from our earth, which is Mother Nature. Okay. That's what I believe in. Okay. So this is my church. I'm in church right now talking to you about, guys, about me and my religion, answering your questions. We're in a church session right now. And that's a good thing for me because if you can have people listening to you and you're trying to explain to them what the elements and things mean, then they have a better understanding of who they are, where they are, and what they're doing, and why they're doing what they're doing, and their daily lives. It's like a domino effect. I explained that to somebody else the other day. It's like a domino effect. Everything you do in your life, you say, speak, whatever, write, or see, is a domino effect. It just doesn't affect you. It affects every aspect of everybody around you, every animal, everything you do, literally. So remember that. Life is a domino effect. It just doesn't affect you. It affects everything, good or bad. Okay, so let me read the chat here real quick. I'm sorry if this is boring, people. Really sorry. So, not putting up with crap and only speaking the truth. You're right, Red. Yes, definitely, our body is our temple. I feel close to God when I am in nature. I talk to trees and animals and birds. I come alive when I am near the sea. Yes. So, what I do is when I'm stressed or I'm depressed, I'll go out on my porch and I'll light an incense. I'm giving thanks to the higher power. It's like an offering, and I'm speaking to the higher power, God. I call it the higher power because I don't know who God is. Okay. I know that I seen Jesus Christ once when I was in the hospital and something happened to me, but do I know it was real? I don't know. So I refer to as the creator of whatever created us, God, Jesus, aliens, whoever, we don't know, created us. I refer to it as a higher power because there's something higher than me. There's something higher than us, and it's listening to us and it watches us. That's why I use the word higher power. It doesn't necessarily mean God or Jesus or whatever. It just, that's the word I use to refer to something that's bigger than me, that's smarter than me, that knows more than me, the higher power. So I pray to the higher power. I talk to him, especially when I'm feeling down, and I ask him to guide me in my life, to give me the strength to talk to people, to care about people, to let things go, to have forgiveness. You know, I'm not really, I try to be a forgiving person, but I really don't forgive. And I feel that if you're going to do something, why would you be a hypocrite and ask somebody to forgive you? Why don't you take amends and just say, you know what, I'm not going to say I'm sorry. I already did it. I can't take it back. Let's move on. So that's basically what I do. I'm not saying don't forgive people because forgiveness is a powerful thing and it can be a good thing. But for me, it doesn't really work for me because I kind of have I don't know, I guess a nasty attitude sometimes. I just don't give a fuck sometimes. Sorry, people. It's just, I'm being honest. I'm telling the truth. So, but yeah, praying and talking to trees and plants. Do you know they can actually hear you? It's actually been proven by science that trees and plants and stuff can actually hear you talking. They have emotions just like us. And that's another thing I talk about giving back to the earth is because when you eat a plant or cut a tree down, they can feel it according to science. This is scientific. So I always have that thought of did I just murder a plant? Did I just murder a tree? What will I do now? And the only thing I could do is give back. And that's what I do. I know it sounds stupid and crazy, but that's what I do. That's my way of making peace with the higher power, you know? Anyway, I I don't know if I feel closer to God when I pray or not. I just when I pray and I talk to God or the higher power, whatever it is, or trees or grass, whatever, I just feel a sense of peace inside me. It makes me feel calm. It opens something up inside me that kind of releases that stress out of your body, and it makes you feel light, like enlightened. I don't know what word to use. Everybody has their own different feelings on it and their different way of reacting to it. Not everybody's the same. So anyway, I wanted to read this real quick. So Wicca is a modern day natural based pagan religion. I hate using that word pagan because I'm not a pagan, but that's what they base it on. Though rituals and practices vary among people who identify as Wiccan, most observations include the festival celebrations of solstice and equinoxes, the honoring of a male god and a female goddess, and the incorporation of the herbalism and other natural objects into rituals. Wiccans practice their religion according to the ethical code, and many believe in reincarnation. What is Wicca? Wicca is considered a modern interpretation of pre Christian traditions. Did you hear that? Pre Christian traditions. Though some involved claim a direct line to ancient practices, it may be practiced by individuals or members of groups, sometimes known as covens. Wicca also has some commonalities with Druidism. It is an environmental component and is considered to considered the inspiration of the goddess movement in spirituality. This is great diversity among individuals and groups that practice a Wiccan religion. But many are Daltistic, I can't even say it, worship both female goddess and male god, sometimes referred to as a mother goddess and a horned one. Okay. Um, Other Wiccan practices are atheists, pantheists, polytheists, and respectfully of gods and goddesses as archetype symbols rather than actual or supernatural beings. Rituals in Wicca often include holidays centered around phases of the moon, solar equinox, solstice, elements such as fire, water, earth, and air, initiation ceremonies. So I'm going to show you something here. Sorry. This right here, I don't know if you guys can see it. Let me stand up for a minute. This right here, that is a pentagram, which is a protection symbol. And that's earth, air, fire, and water, the four elements of the earth. Okay. So that for me is a protection symbol on my body. Okay. And it's not evil. It means what the pentagram means: earth, air, fire, water, and spirit. So I just wanted to make that very clear that that's what that tattoo means. Um, okay. Scholarship Deputy Gerald Gardner. Wicca was first given a name in Gerald Gardner's 1954 book Witchcraft Today. So actually it's Wicca actually it's been around for a long time, but it actually became like an out religion, coming out religion in 1954 is when it basically started. In which denounced it as Wicca. The extra C being added in the 1960s, according to Gardner. The word was derived from Scots English and means wise people. So the word Wicca means wise people. That's the meaning of the word Wicca, in case nobody knew about that, okay? Gardner, considered the founder of Wicca, was born in 1884 north of Liverpool in England, a world traveler with an interest in the occult. Gardner first heard the word Wicca used in 1930s when he became involved with a coven in Highcliffe, England. He was initiated into the group in 1939. So um, Mr. Gardner is basically the father of the Wicca religion and bringing it out and making it, okay? And it basically came from overseas, from Britain, from British people and English people. So in 1946, Gardner bought land in the village of Bricket Wood to establish a center for folklore study that would serve as a headquarters for a coven of his own. Gardner died of a heart attack in 1964 while on board a ship off the North African coast. He was buried in Tunis. Only the ship's captain attended in the 1973. His extensive personal collection of artifacts was sold by Ripley's Believe It or Not. Aleister Crowley. Gardner met famed occultist Aleister Crowley in 1947 when Gardner formally wrote out his Wiccan rituals. He drew strongly from Crowley's own dating back to 1912. The two men had similar ideas. Crowley had, in 1914, proposed the idea of forming a new religion that would pull from old pagan traditions, worshiping the earth, celebrating equinoxes and solstice, and other hallmarks of nature-based worship. The Book of Shadows fantasy novel High Magic Aid, published in 1949, is considered one of the first standards of Wicca, but his Book of Shadows, a collection of spells and rituals, is centered to Wiccan practice. Okay? Um, Written in 1940 and 1950, initiates were required to make their own copy by hand. The origin of the title is unknown, but some believe that borrowed it from the word of Scottish children author Helen Douglas Adams. Doreen Valton, future Wiccan leader Doreen Voltine, I cannot say her name, met Gardner in 1952 when she contacted him following an article in Illustrated magazine that represented their readers the reality of covens and their practice in context of normal, educated people. Under Gardner's direction, Valentine would revise the Book of Shadows for more popular consumption, exercising Crowley's influence in 1957. Valentine split from Gardner's coven with one member, and rivals to Gardner sprang up, each with a coven of their own. Valentine would become a prominent woman advocate and scholar. If you look her name up, um, geez, forgot her name already. What was her name? Doreen Valentine, Doreen Valentine, Doreen Valentine. So she was actually a scholar of witchcraft. My phone's pinging. I don't even know if there's still people in here watching. Um, so Raymond Buckland in 1963, Gardner initiated Britain expatriate and Long Island resident Raymond Buckland, who founded the Gardnerian Brentwood Coven, considered the first Wiccan coven in the United States. So he's actually who started the first Wiccan coven here in our own United States, and that's Raymond Buckland. Okay, that author of this book right here, the one I was telling you about. He's the one that started the Wiccan religion in the United States. This guy right here. So Buckland became a vigorous promoter of Wicca in the United States in 1970, moved to New Hampshire, and developed Sioux Wicca, which invoked Anglo-Saxon mythology into Wiccan practice. Sybil Leek was a popularized of Wiccan in America, and claiming to be a hereditary witch. Leek became involved with the New Forest Coven in late 1940s, continuing her practice through several covens in England before moving to the United States and settling in Los Angeles. Leek transformed her Wiccan practice into celebrity status centered around astrology, writing numerous books and regular columns in ladies' home journals. So basically, you got to read up on Wicca, okay, and you'll learn about it. I mean, I can go on and read and read and read as much as I want to read, but it's like you guys got to find it out for yourself. For me, like I told you, Wicca is peaceful. I love the religion. I practice it on a daily basis. Every people want to know, is Mark Wiccan? No, Mark is not Wiccan. Okay, Mark is Mark. He just believes in what he believes in. He's not an atheist. He's not a Christian. He's not Wiccan. He's not Buddhist. He's nothing. He's just Mark. So to let people know that. But he does respect me and what I believe in. He knows what I can do. He's seen what I can do. So I think that kind of makes him aware not to fuck with Mark, basically. So anyway, um, I guess that's about it. All I can tell you about Wiccan. I mean, I can do more studies on it and be more prepared and have like a script if you guys like. This is just off the wall stuff, just to basically tell you who I am and what I'm about and why I am the way I am, and that it does bring me peace. And I feel that if more people just found peace in themselves, that they'd get through life a lot easier. You don't have to be a witch to be peaceful. Okay, just make yourself nice and treat other people with respect and morals and manners, and you might see some positive energy. For me, trying to be positive to people, trying to talk to people, trying to help people brings a sense of peace for me because I'm doing something good for somebody. And if that means talking about my religion, then so be it. Not that I was trying to hide it before, it's just, or I'm ashamed of it. I'm not ashamed of who I am. It's just I never really talked about it because I didn't feel the need to. But now that it's come out, I guess I'll talk about it more as we go through the years and more things happen and I find out more about myself and stuff, you know. So, like I said, I'm sorry this video is so boring. If there's anybody still in here, is there anything anybody wants to know, anything anybody wants to ask me? Are you curious about something? What kind of spells do I do? What kind of crystals do I use? What kind of color candles do I use? What is there anything y'all want to know? Let me know now. It's so smoky. So, or you guys just want to hang out and talk shit? Red, you want to come up here with me? I'm gonna drop the link in there, girl. Anybody want to come up here with me and discuss anything? I'll put the link in the thing right here, okay? I'm dropping it right now. Not putting anybody on the spot, but if anybody wants to come up here, here's the link, okay? Anybody want to come up on the so-called panel? I hate using that word, the panel. I'm not a celebrity. Oh, come on, guys. Come up here with me. Don't make me beg. I'm losing followers. I know you hear me, Red. Lori, Karen, anybody want to come up here? I'll give it a minute. Anyway, I'm just hanging out today. It's a beautiful day here in Las Vegas. It's sunny outside, hot as hell. Um, it's like 92 degrees, 95. It's like 80 something in my house. All right, Red. Anybody else want to come up and discuss my religion or anything, or blast me out or talk shit to me? More than welcome. I'm just hanging out here doing nothing. Karen, you still here? Or did I lose you? I thought Lori's mom would be in here. Lori had texted me earlier and said her mom was watching, so I don't know if Pat's in here or not. Okay, well, I guess I'm up here by myself. I'm okay, Red. I'm just kind of tired. I don't know if you could tell. I don't really look sick. I feel sick, but I've actually been sick for 13 days now. Mark caught it about 4 days ago, so I'm gonna let you guys know now. If you get sick, it's not the unky pox, okay? It's not, because that you get sores all over you and shit. So it has nothing to do with that. Some kind of flu or something. I don't know what it is, but how it started out, to let you know in case you start feeling this way, started out with a migraine headache, really bad for like 2, 3 days. And then my sinuses started acting up. I've never had sinus problems in my life. And I couldn't breathe. And I had all this gook in here. And then I was getting this like lightning pains in my eyes. And then my eyes would start. That went on for days. And then I started feeling really fatigued. I couldn't hold my body up. I couldn't even hardly stand up, couldn't walk. My whole body was in pain, kind of like a flu. And then I started getting stomach pains. Then I started throwing up. I actually threw up one day. Mark woke me up at 7 o'clock in the morning before he was going to work, before he got sick. And I actually threw up all over the bed for no reason. So I went through that. And then you're going to get diarrhea. I hate saying that, but it's natural function. You'll have that for days, and then you'll go through a spout where you don't want to eat, but you got to force yourself to eat. Drink plenty of water, because I felt really, really dehydrated and fatigued. And make sure you eat, even if you don't want to eat. Force yourself to eat even a little bit. Um, Try not to lay down a lot. Laying down made me feel better, but I felt as I would lay down more and more, I would get more and more fatigued and more tired. Hang on, the mailman's here. I wish you guys could see this. I got this big ass ghetto mailman putting mail in my mailbox. And boy, he looks mean. You need to put a smile on your face, bitch, because you look like you don't like your job. Anyway, that was the mailman. So, yeah, don't listen to the monkey shit, because it's just bullshit. That thing has been out for years, okay? And nobody's ever got sick from it. Nobody's ever died from it. So it's just fear mongering again. So anyway, to get back to my sickness, mine has lasted for 13 days. I don't know why. I'll be okay one day and then I'll be down again. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to be up and mobile and function, because the more you lay down, the more sicker you feel. You need your rest. You get your sleep. So I slept probably like 4 or 5 days out of the 13 days, literally straight. Mark slept this weekend for 3 days straight, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Just slept, only to get up to go potty and to get some water, and went back to bed. That's unusual for Mark. He actually went back to work today. He took yesterday off because he couldn't even function. That's how bad it was. And it just, I mean, there's so many symptoms. I can't even remember them all. I mean, I was going through shit I've never even felt before. So if you get sick, my advice is to drink plenty of water or drink some Gatorade. Gatorade actually helped me a little bit. Um, and eat. I actually ate some yogurt, and believe it or not, I don't like yogurt, but I ate it, and it actually did something to me today. I think I drank it this morning. It's like a liquid yogurt, and I drank it, and I actually feel better. Like right now, I'm sweating, kind of cold, clammy sweats while I'm sitting here, but it's really hot in here, and I got the AC on. So during this sickness, you're going to get really cold. You're going to have like cold chills to the bone. I mean, you're going to be so cold, you're going to want to put 5 blankets on you. Then you're going to be really, really hot and you're going to take them off. So you're going to go through that. So I don't know what it is. I don't know where it came from, how I even got it, because I don't fucking go anywhere except when I work with Mark, but that's about it. So that's what's going around, some sickness. And Mark still got it. I've still got it. I don't know how many days it's going to take to get over it, but hopefully it'll go away soon. So I'm up right now trying to be mobile, trying not to lay down and feel lethargic and fatigued and shit. I'm actually trying to do something to make myself feel better. Yeah, I was eating, trying to put good bacteria in my body, Red, and that stuff that you bought me, I've been taking it. I took it for 2 weeks and then I stopped it because it said to stop it for a week. So, girl, that stuff makes you poop your brains out. Let me tell you. Talk about cleaning you out, girl. You get the shits. I mean, I'm talking like shitting on yourself, on your pants. I was in the truck with Mark one day. If you're gonna take this stuff that you bought me, Red, make sure you stay home because you have little poopy accidents. Poopy accidents. I'm not bullshitting you. It's embarrassing. I'm not ashamed to tell you. Yeah, I crapped my pants, not once, but twice, maybe 3 times or twice. I don't know. But it was working. Whatever it was, cleaning me out. So I do thank you for that stuff, Red. Thank you very much. Don't fear the monkey. Sounds like you had kefir, kefir, full of good bacteria. Yes. And try to eat healthy foods. I don't eat healthy. I eat fatty foods, and I'm not supposed to because I don't have a gallbladder. They ripped out my gut. So, but to be honest with you, since my surgery and all that shit happened to me, almost dying, I am almost 100% feeling better, except for the sickness I'm going through now. Other than that, I'm fine. I just, I don't know. I just kind of, I have my up and down days where I feel like crap, and then other days I feel like a superstar, like a superwoman, and I just need to go live and talk shit to people and talk about nothing, right? That's what I'm doing now. Well, I thought Mona would be in here, but I guess she's not. She told me she would be, but I guess she's not. So let's see. Anyway, so we are moving on. So now you know a little bit about Wicca. I'll do more videos on it. I'll do more research. But as for having a script and telling you guys about it, I'm not a script person. I just tell you from my mouth that my practices. And yeah, I've been practicing since I was like 9 years old. So it's been a long, long time, and I'm 60 now. Um, Hey, Red, can you tell me, has this video lagged at all since I've been on? Because I did get a new computer and I did do some tweaking and using a different browser, and I just wanted to find out if it's, oh, okay, if it's lagging or not, if it's moving in and out. Because this is kind of a test video. I wanted to see if the video would lag, and stuff like that. Once for a split second. Okay. So it's still doing it. It's going to take a while to figure out. Yeah, I'm a computer technician, but I'm baffled. I think that YouTube and the browser we're using, Firefox or whatever browser we use, is throttling us. I think that's what it is because I've done all the tests on my computer. I'm actually talking to you on my brand new computer that I've only had for like a week and a half. Yes, I went out and bought a brand new computer. And did I have the money for it? No. Mark put it on the credit card, so we're making payments on it to put that out there. So I'm not bragging about it. It didn't cost $1,000. I only paid like $387 for it. It is a refurbished iMac from Amazon. So I want to put that out there. For me, it's brand new because it's refurbished. It's a 2017, and I have my other one right here, which is a 2011. It's doing the same thing. It lags when I do live videos. So this is kind of a test video, not just about Wicca, but to see if my video lags or it goes in and out. Because I really believe that it's not us and our computers. I believe that it's YouTube and the web browser we use throttling us. That's the only other thing I can think of because I've done so many tests on the computer, on different browsers, different websites, different ways of going live, um, streaming, and all that. And it all comes back to one thing, that they're throttling us on the live feed. So, and they do that on purpose. And it makes us look like idiots. Anyway, so you guys see my shirt. You know what I did? The person that made me this shirt is going to be pissed. You see this red mark right here? This red, if I can get in here, this red mark right here. Let me take this off here. Hang on. Let me take this off here so you guys can see. Edit name. Real quick, I'll be right back. Hang on. Let me take this off here. Okay, so Mar. Let's just put Mar. There we go. Now you can see. So you see my shirt was made for me. Okay? But you see this red dot right here? I put my shirt on today and I got my lips stuck on my shirt by accident. And I did not know what to do. And I was freaking out. And I was like, you know what? Just let me take my shirt off and put a big old kiss print on it. So I put lips on it right there. That's lips, my lips. Because I got lipstick on my shirt by accident. I was so mad. But anyway, you guys like my shirt? It's a one of a kind. And yes, my daughter made it for me. And she sent it to me as a gift with my kitty logo. So I don't know if I'll be making more shirts or have her do it. I'm not really into that kind of thing, but there is a couple people who do want my shirt. I'll have to talk to my daughter because, like I said, she's a soldier and she is busy and she really can't associate herself with my religion and things like that because it's against her military stuff or whatever. So she made this out of the kindness of her heart for me as a gift. Yeah, my lips red. See my lips, the red. Yeah, I accidentally got it on my shirt. Like, I was so pissed. Girl, I was in the bathroom, put my shirt on just for this feed. And I put it over my head and I got the lipstick on there. I was like, fuck, what do I do now? So I took the shirt off, laid it flat, and I said, mwah, and I put some lips on there. Hopefully, I'm going to try to find a way to get it out of my shirt. If not, I'll have my daughter make me another one because I don't like it. So that's how that red dot got on there, in case you guys are wondering. It's from my lips. Got red lipstick on it. So I see 3 people in here, but it looks like only me and you are conversating, Red. Is there anything you want to talk about, girlfriend? Anything you want to get off your chest? Anything you want to discuss? Wicca-wise, religion-wise, crystal-wise, computers, anything? Because I'm just hanging out today. I'm just sitting here hanging out, boring you guys. Huh. Yeah, and I drew my eyebrows on. I had to. Girl, I got bald head. I'm bald headed on my eyebrows. I hate it. I freaking hate it. Anyway. Actually, no, I'm doing pretty good, with the exception of a rainy day all day into tomorrow morning. Hmm. Well, at least it's not storming there. Well, it is, but not bad. Like us, it's actually clear today. It's just, I don't know. The weather here is weird. One minute we'll be having like freaking tornadoes coming through here and typhoons, which we don't get tornadoes here, but we have twisters, believe it or not. They be coming through the house. I'm so scared that my house is going to be ripped up out of the ground. And then we get rain and we flash flooding. I mean, it gets deep sometimes. And then we have this clear, calm weather like it is right now. But I can guarantee within a couple hours that that is going to turn into a typhoon storm because the winds are actually picking up. But you guys can't see it out the window. So right now it's calm. So living in the desert is not all it's cracked up to be. It's hot here. It's dirty here. It stinks here and it sucks here, especially when you got creepy neighbors around you. Now, some neighbors are good. Dave's okay. Shout out to my friend Angie. She lives down the street from me. My sweetheart. I don't know if she's watching or not. But other than that, we got the creepo neighbors next door, the drug dealers. The lesbian drug dealers, they're really just like weird. They scare me sometimes because I don't know what they're going to do next. But ever since they found out I was a witch, they don't fuck with me anymore. Seriously, they do not mess with me at all anymore. So like I mess with that bitch. Seriously. Anyway, so I guess I'll end this feed and hopefully in the future I'll have a better video on Wicca because I just did it like a spur of the moment thing because I was bored, didn't know what else to do. I was like, just let me go live. It'll keep me busy. I get everybody on. We could have some positive energy between each other and just be happy for a day. Instead of talking shit about other people on other channels, we're just moving on from all this bullshit. That's what we're doing. We're moving on. We're letting it go. Right? Right. Oh, and I did want to do a shout out to Miss Tina, that twat. Uh, uh, the other day I was in Will's channel and I told her if she wanted to rumble that I would rumble with her. So that's an open invitation for her. And I know it's not nice, but I'm ready for you whenever you want to go. We can rock and roll. Miss Tina. I don't know who you are, but you're a nasty little witch, and I don't like you. So whenever you're ready to come on my channel, we can discuss things. Open invitation. Put it out there. Thank you, Red. I don't know how much information I got out there about my religion, but like Karen said and you said it's actually about believing in Mother Nature and the earth and giving back. Is basically that's just the basic bottom line of it is about believing in Mother Nature and giving back what you take from Mother Nature and the earth and the world and what you do for people. You know, for me, Wicca is being kind to somebody else. And like I said, I haven't been a kind person lately. I'm trying to change that. I'm sure in the future that I'll have more of my unkind outburst. I'm gonna try not to. But it's about being kind, encouraging people, enlightening people with positive energy, positive thoughts, positive feelings. Even if you have to swallow your own pride and take the knocks yourself, putting the positive, turning something negative into positive energy will create a domino effect out there for everybody, for the world, for people, society. You just got to be more positive, and not everything is positive, but you can turn it into be a positive thing. You literally can. You just have to believe that. If you believe in yourself, let me put it this way. I've been telling everybody lately, if you find your inner self, and I'm talking deep within inside yourself, you figure out who you are, what you're about, what you believe in, what you want people to know about you, then you're finding your inner self. Once you find your inner self and you find the goodness of your inner self, then you find your inner strength. If you find your inner strength, then the positive aspects of your strength and your inner self will flow out to everybody like a domino effect. And you will see a difference of good things happening, of positive speaking, positive thoughts, literally positive everything. You can turn negative everything into positive. And it's not always going to be good, but you can try to make it good. And if you feel that you can't, then just keep your negative stuff to yourself because once you put it out there, it's true. The saying is it comes back 3 times full, 10 times full. It does. I know because when I do negative things, it comes back to me and I deal with it in my own way. And it's called bad karma. You don't want bad karma. You want good karma. If you put good karma out there, good things will happen. So that's just a Wiccan law, you know. Matter of fact, I'm going to look it up, the Wiccan law, and I'm going to read it to you. It's not that long. I want you guys to hear it, okay? This is literally, it's called the Wiccan Read. Hang on, let me type it in on my other computer here. And I do have it, but it's packed away in one of my boxes. I usually have it hanging on my wall. Okay, the Wiccan Read. Wiccan Read full version. Okay, let me see. Okay, so I'm going to read this to you guys, okay? And I'll put a link to this up. Everything that I've talked about today, when the video is finished and it processes like within 24 hours, I'll put a link to everything I was reading to you and talking about here so you guys can do your own research, okay? The Wiccan Read, okay? This is the full version of it. Listen to the words. It says, "Bide within the law you must, in perfect love and perfect trust. Live you must, and let to live, fairly take and fairly give. For tread the circle thrice about, keep unwelcome spirits out. To bind the spell well every time. Let the spell be said in rhyme, light of an eye, soft of touch. Speak you little, listen much. Honor the old ones in deed and name. Let love and light be our guides again. Docile go by the waxing moon, chanting out the joy of tune. Little shins go when the moon doth wane, and the werewolf howls by the dreaded wolfsbane. When the lady's moon is new, kiss the hand to her times two. When the moon rides at her peak, then your heart's desire seek. Heed the north wind's mighty gale, lock the door and trim the sail. When the wind blows far from the east, expect the news and set the feast. When the wind comes from the south, love will kiss you on the mouth. When the wind whispers from the west, all hearts will find peace and rest. Nine woods and cauldron go, burn them fast and burn them slow. Birch in the fire goes to represent what the lady knows. Oak in the forest towers with might. In the fire it brings to God's insight. Rowan is a tree of power, causing light and magic to flower. Willows at the waterside stand ready to help us to the summerland. Hawthorn is burnt to purify and to draw fairies to your eyes. Hazel is the tree of wisdom, and learning adds its strength to the bright fire burning. White are the flowers of apple trees that bring us fruits of fertility. Grape grows upon the vines, giving us both joy and wine. Fir does mark the evergreen, the represent immortally seen. Elder is the lady, stream burnt, not of cursed you'll be. Four times the major Sabbath mark is the light in the dark. As the old year starts, the wane the new begin. In snow Saham, when the time for Imbolc shows, watch the flowers through the snows. When the wheel begins to turn, soon the Beltane fire will burn. As the wheel turns, the Lammas, night power is brought to magic right. Four times the minor Sabbaths fall, use the sun to mark them all. When the wheel has turned to Yule, light the horned one rules. In the spring, when night equals day, time for Ostra to come out our way. When the sun has reached its height, time for oak and holly to fight. Harvesting comes to one, and when the autumn equinox does fall. Heed the flower, bush, and tree, by the lady's blessed you'll be all. When the rippling waters go, cast a stone, the truth you'll know when you have and hold a need. Hearken not to others' greed. With a fool, no season spend or be counted as his friend. Merry meet and merry part, bright the cheeks and warmest the heart. Mind the threefold law, you should three times bad and three times good. When misfortune is in you, wear the star upon your brow. Be true in love, this you must do, unless your love is false to you. That's the Wiccan Read, the real Wiccan Read. I don't know if that was boring to you guys or not. There's another version of it which I'll find here. Let me see that we can read. Here it is. Where is it? I'm trying to find it. Hang on, guys. I don't want to keep this dragging on, but I'm trying to find the Wiccan read. Where is it? Here it is. I think this is it. Let me see if this is it. Okay, Wiccan read. Okay, here's the short version of it. The Wiccan read. Bind the Wiccan law you must in perfect love and perfect trust. 8 words the Wiccan read fulfill, and ye harm none, do what you will. What you send forth comes back to thee, so even mind the rule of 3. Follow this with mind and heart, marry ye meet and marry ye part. That's the short version of the Wiccan read. These are actually Wiccan laws that we follow. It's kind of like the Bible says, do unto those as you would have do unto them. It kind of means the same thing. Let me see this one. This is the one I have on my wall. By the Wiccan law you must, in perfect love and perfect trust. 8 words the Wiccan read fulfilled, i.e., harm none, do what you will. I just read that. What you send forth comes back to thee, so ever mind the law of 3. Follow this with mind and heart, marry you meet and marry you part. That's the one that I have in my box that I would put on my wall. So in other words, whatever you're going to do to somebody, expect it back, good or bad. And just be kind to everybody is basically what it means, I guess you'd say. So I guess that's it. I'm a witch. I'm Wiccan. I'm putting it out there. I'm not ashamed of it. I'm not going to hide from it anymore. If people have a problem with what I believe in, then that's not my problem. That's their problem. And maybe they need to do research on it and find out what it's about and get to know me better and to be kinder to me, not so nasty. And maybe I won't be so nasty. So it works in both ways. You be an asshole, I'll be a bitch. Just saying. Right, Red? All right, guys. So I guess I'm going to end this live stream. It was pretty boring. I'm sorry if I bored you guys. It wasn't boring for me, but it's probably boring for you guys. And I'm smoking and everything and everywhere. So, and I wasn't prepared. I just wanted to come out with it because I've been promising Lori's mom that I would make a video on my religion. So I did somewhat. I'll come out and study more and get stuff prepared. It'll be a while. I'm still going to make a video on the Bible because that shit is crazy. And I love you guys, and thanks for watching, and I guess I'll see you soon. Okay? Thanks for being here, Red, and Karen, and Lori, and Mom, and whoever else was here. Talk to you guys later, and hopefully I won't go live again today. I'll try not to. Okay? I love you guys. Peace out.